I'm going for a quick lunchtime blast. Of course you would. Lush. Me room. Oh, that's nice of him. Oh, I might go up here. I think there's some nice roads here. I better be quick about it though. Why I bought this bike? Yeah, I got it like 6 months ago. I know for some people that's a pretty long time and they can get used to stuff and it feels like second nature for them within 6 months. It's not exactly the case here. I'm getting used to her, but she still feels a bit new and it's going to be a while I think before I feel the itch to maybe either change bikes and maybe move up to the 1200, 1250. I guess the reason I got it is that I want to step up from my other bike, which is kind of my first bigger bike. It's a Honda Rebel 500 and I've kept the bike, I've kept that one because she's been good to me. It just felt like everyone else is on bigger bikes and I know that's kind of a lame reason to buy a new bike, but you know, it's as good a reason as any. I've been curious about adventure bikes. To be fair, I never ever saw me on one before. I always thought I'd be a cruiser girl, you know, they're low down. And I do, to be honest, just stick to road riding. So I didn't really have a reason to get an adventure bike. And I realised that the 700 is sort of adventure bike, really only by appearance. I know it's not as tuned up for off-roading as like the 800 or whatever. I also almost bought a test rode quite different to this CBR 650R because I think they look badass. I need to find somewhere to turn around. Oh, I should have gone there. I have since ridden a 650 on the track. I know it's different on the track. You're not stopping and starting all the time. You don't really have to have your feet down all that much, but it felt okay after riding this one for a while. So I thought I might end up with one of those, but I knew I'd lower it. And I also, on the same day, test rode Ninja 650. To be fair, I did kind of fall in love with that one. I thought that could be the one. I very nearly put down deposit on the 2020, because this was last year. The black and white version, matte black and white. I love it. I still love it. Still, one day I might end up with one. Take that as wide as I can. Take all the space. All the space. I'll be honest, I didn't get to the roads I remember, but I gotta go back. So yeah, to be honest, basically I didn't know what I wanted. I was up for anything. Just wanted it to be bigger than what I had. By the time I was looking at the CBR and the Ninjas, I'd written off adventure bikes because obviously a Tiger Low would have been ideal. And now there's the 900s, but I can't afford that. So to be fair, even if I could have got hold of a Tiger Low to ride or test ride, probably couldn't have afforded it anyway. Still would have been nice to test ride though. Maybe I'll get a test ride out of a 900 Low one day. So anyway, I posted on forums and stuff, and I kept getting people suggest the GS because they're apparently like fairly low, but obviously everyone's definition of low to the ground just didn't match mine when I was coming from a bike with a seat 27 inches from the ground, you know. And also a lot of people are like A-okay with a toe touching the ground, you know. But that's not really me. And obviously I was endlessly and obsessively like combing through bike sales on the internet. I saw the 700 for sale fairly close to me, and I just thought, what's the harm in going to look? And I saw her and I sat on her and I could get her off the kickstand. Surprised me how much of each foot I could get on the ground as well. Didn't test ride her. I just did that, sat on her, got off the kickstand, rolled her. Only a couple of feet forwards and back, to be fair. It's kind of hard to do in a showroom full of other bikes anyway. went away. I went off for a little ride on my Rebel. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, this is kind of what I was looking for before I test rode the Ninja and fell in love with that one. I wanted an adventure bike, not necessarily to go hardcore off-roading or anything, but just to try a different style of bike. And to be fair, I thought if I could get comfortable on something as like lumpy as an adventure bike and tall and heavy, other bikes in the future, you know, shouldn't be as daunting. I was thinking it through. You know, I could touch the ground on it. Rob called me and we talked it through, and I was starting to edge towards, if I don't put a deposit on it now, she might go, somebody might swipe it from me. I was starting to have my heart set on having her, but I realised I hadn't actually like secured her in any way. So I literally pulled over onto the side of this road somewhere, maybe there, and I called the garage and was like, yep, I want to put a deposit on her. Since then, I realised that actually, even though I could get some of my both feet back, down on the ground at the same time, I didn't feel that safe and secure. Again, remember, I'm coming up from a Rebel where the centre of gravity is much lower. Although again, with a GS, centre of gravity is lower than you might think because of where the fuel tank is. For me, makes it preferable over any other adventure bikes, possibly over like a Tiger Low. So I still found it a bit tall and heavy to manage, like stopping like this. Okay, this is an easy stop, but at junctions where you have to get your foot down, bike up, and you're looking around for oncoming traffic, which can throw you off balance, just didn't really feel secure. Like, I took it out for a couple of rides. I didn't let it stop me, but there are a couple of moments I remember being absolutely friggin' terrified. And it was, to be fair, it was just sheer luck that there wasn't any traffic around for me to cause obstacles to. So I thought, you know what, literally for safety as well as peace of mind, I want to lower it. And I'm so glad I did. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't just a couple of lowering dog bones, you know. And I think we're happy now. Nice little step up from what I had, but to be fair, it felt like a huge step up, massive. That's why it still feels like I'm getting used to it. But that's good, because it means I'm not going to get bored of her anytime soon. The Rebel, you know, I'm riding with people on bigger bikes. Rob was on an 800, now he's on 1,000. On windy roads or whatever, you can only go so fast anyway, no matter how many cc's and horsepower you got under you. But on the straights or overtaking, I got a bit slightly left behind. I try and find ways to catch up later on. Rob, to be honest, is probably very charitable and sneakily slowed down so I could catch up. I don't know. I hope not, but he probably did. So with this one, I need a bit less preparation, but I gotta remind myself of that often. I'm in the habit of, you know, getting ready to overtake and then backing out because I think I don't have enough power to get around. Finally.